Hi everyone, welcome to GTech Techno Solution Private Limited. Today we are going to discuss about the excretory system, the function and the structure of your excretory system. So these are the topics that we are going to cover in this session. We are going to study about the function of the excretory system, followed by the structure of excretory system, and then we'll be studying about the kidney, which forms the main portion of your excretory system, followed by the flow of urine, the kidney structure, parts of the kidney and the structure of nephron. So let us see, what is the function of the excretory system? Your human excretory system has the major task to remove waste from the human body. So if you see, during this process, the animals will get rid of the nitrogenous waste products of metabolism, which includes the products such as ammonia, urea and uric acid. So this process of getting rid of the nitrogenous waste like ammonia, urea and uric acid is done by your kidneys. Although the excretory systems are diverse, nearly all of them produce urine in the process that involves several steps. So these are the organs of your excretory system. Your kidneys are two low blood structures on either side, and you can find the duct that is coming from your kidneys are the ureters. And these ureters are connected to your urinary bladder, and the urinary bladder has the opening to the external opening as urethra. So these are the organs of your excretory system. So the main function of your excretory system is filtration. So filtration is a process in which your excretory tubule collects the filtrate from the blood. The water and the solutes are forced by the blood pressure across the selectively permeable membranes of a cluster of capillaries and then into your excretory tubule. So your selectively permeable membranes that are present in your capillaries will force the blood pressure and it will filter the water and the solutes from the blood. So if you see over here, there is a peritubular capillary on either side. With ADH, the filtrate will generate the urine, and this is your collecting duct. The next function is reabsorption. The transport that is done in your epithelium reclaims the valuable substances from the filtrate and then returns them. So once the membranes filter the unwanted waters and solutes, your reabsorption is done in your epithelium, which will reclaim the valuable substances from the filtrate. The next process is secretion. The other substances are extracted from the body fluids and they are added to the contents of the excretory tube. In secretion, if you see, first we have the filtration. Your capillaries has the blood, so the blood flows in this way and they are filtered over here. And after that, the filtrate passes through the excretory tubule and the reabsorption is done in this portion where from your filtrate the necessary things are reabsorbed and the other substances after reabsorbing, that is the core waste substances that are extracted from the body fluids, are added to the contents of your excretory tubule, which is known as secretion. That is, again, the waste products after absorption is secreted. Now these products after secretion generates your urine, and that is excreted from the body, and that is known as your excretion process. The filtrate of urine leaves the system and the body. So let us see the structure of your excretory system. So this is the major structure of your excretory system. Your excretory system consists of specialized structures and capillary networks that assist in excretory process. The human excretory system includes the kidney and the functional unit of your kidney which helps in excretion and absorption of the necessary minerals is nephron. So these are the organs which help in excretion of unwanted waste from human body, and those organs are your kidney, your bladder, your ureter, your urethra and the meatus. So these are the structure of your excretory system and the organs which helps in excretion. Next we are going to study about how the flow of urine is generated. So initially we saw that we have a filtration process of the blood, and that is done in your glomerulus of the nephron. So your nephron is the structures by which your kidney is made up of. Your kidney has nephrons. So the nephron has a structure as this. It has a capsule which is known as the glomerulus, and this region is your renal tubules and renal pelvis which is connected to the ureters. So first, initially we have the filtering process in which you'll be entering the unfiltered blood into the glomerulus of your nephron, and your glomerulus filters the blood and absorbs the necessary minerals from it, and it filters out the blood. So here the unfiltered blood goes into your nephrons where the glomerulus filters, and after filtering, the pure blood goes out and the impurities that is filtered by your nephron enters into the urethra, which is sent as urine outside. So this is your urine out over here. And the filtered blood is sent out through your vein. So first, your waste materials enters the glomerulus, followed by the renal tubules and the renal pelvis, and then it enters the renal calyces, which further enters into your ureters, which is sent as urine outside. Let us see about kidney. Kidney is located on both the sides of the spine between the thoracic and the lumbar vertebrae. Your blood enters the kidneys through the renal arteries and it leaves through the renal veins. So this is your renal artery, and your blue blood vessel is your renal vein. The tubes, called as ureters, carry your waste products from the kidneys to the urinary bladder. So here you can see your ureter is a tube that carries the impure blood. The impurities from your kidney to the urinary bladder, where the waste products are stored and released. So during urination, urine is expelled from the urinary bladder through the urethra. So your kidney acts as the major filtrate, which filters the impurities from the blood. Let us see the structure of the kidney. Your kidney has the pure blood which enters into it through the renal artery, and then the blood enters the nephron, which is the structure by which your kidney is made up of, and where the filtration process takes place, and the impurities are sent into the ureter. Once the blood is filtered, then the filtered blood is sent through the renal vein, and the impurities that are filtered in your nephron is sent to the ureter, which is leading to the urinary bladder. The region over here is known as your renal medulla, and this is known as your renal capsule. So the soft spongy structure over here is your renal cortex. So this is the structure of your kidney. Next we are going to see the parts of the kidney in detail. Cortex is the protective portion, and the cortex is where the blood is filtered. So this region is where the blood is filtered. Your medulla is the inner soft portion, and it contains the collecting ducts which carry the filtrate, that is from the nephron, the filtrates, that is your impurities, are carried into the pelvis through the collecting ducts which is present in medulla. Next we have the part as helium. In helium, the depression that is located in the middle of your concave side of the kidney, where the blood vessels and nerves and the ureters enter and exit the kidneys, is known as your hilum. So this is your hilum. It is a depression in the middle of the concave side of the kidney, where your blood vessels, nerves and ureters enter and exit the kidney. Next we are going to study about the major functional unit of your kidney, which is the nephron. So the functional units of your kidney are nephron, as we know. Nephrons are located in the renal cortex region. Except for the loops of Henle, which descends into the renal medulla. So your nephron has the arteries which is entering into the glomerulus bowl, and this region is known as the loop of Henle. So the glomerulus is located mostly in the renal cortex, and the loop of Henle is located in the region of renal medulla. Let us study about the nephron structure in detail. Your nephron is a functional unit of a kidney, and it has the filtration portion known as your glomerulus. So here your arteries which carry the unfiltered blood enters into the glomerulus, and then the glomerulus is located in the Bowman's capsule. You have the capillaries which is surrounding your nephron, which has the pure and the impure bloods. Your pure blood which is filtered, which is there for filtration, is in your artery. The filtered blood enters the vein. And here you can see the collecting duct to which your nephron is connected to. So the loop over here is known as the loop of Henle. Your collecting duct enters into the ureter. The nephron structure has two parts. One is the renal corpuscle and the next is your renal tubule. The renal corpuscle is your Bowman capsule and the glomerulus. So these two parts of your nephron is your renal corpuscle. Whereas your renal tubule is a series of single layer tubules, and it includes the proximal convoluted tubule, the loop of Henle and distal convoluted tubule. Fenestrae is the pore in the endolithial walls of the glomerulus, whereas podocytes are the specialized cells which are located in the glomerulus. The filtration slits are the kidneys, which are made up of nephrons. Your blood enters the nephron, where the impurities are filtered out and emptied into your conducting duct. So this collecting duct, the purified blood leaves the nephron through the renal vein. So these are the two parts of your nephron structure. Your glomerulus is a mass of thin-walled capillaries where the filtration takes place. Following your glomerulus, it is situated in your Bowman capsule, and your Bowman capsule is a double-walled cup-shaped structure, and it has the glomerulus, which is having the capillaries. Followed by your glomerulus, we have the proximal convoluted tubule, which leads to the Bowman's capsule. To the loop of Henle. So the proximal tube leads from Bowman's capsule to the loop of Henle, which extends down. The loop of Henle is a long loop which extends into the medulla portion of your kidney. And then we have the distal tubule, which connects the loop of Henle to the connecting duct. So this is how the flow of the impurities goes from glomerulus to the proximal tubule to the loop of Henle and the distal tubule, which sends it to the collecting duct, which leads to the ureters. If you see, each nephron has its own blood supply through the arteries. So your artery will be split into arterioles. Whereas the small capillaries of veins to which your filtered blood enters is your venules, which combine to form the vein. There is a network of capillaries which are connecting them. That are your arterioles and venules. Each nephron releases the fluids into a collecting duct, which leads to a ureter. Thank you so much for joining GTech. Hope you have studied about the excretory system's function and structure. Thank you.